On a freezing winter night in Seattle, 27-year-old Ryan Walker unlocked the doors of a towering office building. While CEOs drove home in luxury cars, Ryan pushed a janitor's cart through silent hallways, cleaning offices until sunrise. Most employees never noticed him. To them, he was just the janitor. But Ryan noticed everything. Every night he saw whiteboards filled with business strategies, startup ideas, and billion-dollar plans. Before wiping them clean, he quietly studied every note, wondering why some companies succeeded while others disappeared. Ryan had once dreamed of becoming an engineer, but life had other plans. After his father passed away, he left college to support his mother. Working nights as a janitor was the only job he could find. He refused to let his dream die. Instead of spending his free time complaining, Ryan visited the public library after every shift. He read books about entrepreneurship, technology, finance, and leadership. With an old second-hand laptop, he taught himself programming through free online courses. Months turned into years. He slept only a few hours each day. His apartment had almost no furniture, but it was filled with notebooks containing ideas. One evening, Ryan overheard office managers discussing the same frustrating problem. Maintenance requests were slow, expensive, and poorly organized. Everyone complained. Nobody had a solution. That night, Ryan began designing software that could automatically manage maintenance schedules, track repairs, and reduce costs for office buildings. He had no investors, no business partners, no degree, only determination. After working 8-hour night shifts, Ryan spent every spare minute building his software. His first version failed. The second version crashed. The third version barely worked. Friends told him he was wasting his time. Some laughed. A janitor building software? Be realistic. Ryan smiled and kept going. He believed that dreams don't ask where you work. They ask how badly you want them. Nearly 4 years later, his fourth version was finally ready. A small property management company agreed to test it. Within months, maintenance costs dropped by almost 40%. The company recommended Ryan's software to others. Soon 10 companies became 50. 50 became 500. National corporations signed contracts. Then international clients followed. At 35, Ryan received an invitation to the same skyscraper where he had cleaned floors for years. This time, he arrived wearing a tailored Navy suit. The executives who once walked past him without a glance now welcomed him into the boardroom. They offered him a partnership worth over $50 million. Ryan looked through the glass walls at the hallway where he had once pushed his janitor's cart. He smiled quietly. Life had come full circle. Over the next 5 years, his company expanded across North America and Europe. More than 5,000 people worked for his business. Its value exceeded $500 million. Business magazines called Ryan one of America's most inspiring entrepreneurs. But success never changed his heart. Instead of buying mansions first, Ryan created scholarships for janitors, cleaners, and maintenance workers who wanted to learn new skills. He launched free coding classes for working adults. He donated millions to families struggling with medical bills, remembering everything his own family had endured. One evening, Ryan returned to his old office building. A young janitor was quietly mopping the lobby. Ryan walked over and asked, "How long have you worked here?" "Almost 2 years," the young man replied. Ryan smiled. "I used to clean these same floors." The young man laughed, thinking it was a joke. Ryan handed him a business card and said, "Never let your uniform decide your future." Years later, Ryan stood before thousands of graduating students at a university. Holding up his old pair of worn work gloves, he said, "Success doesn't care where you begin. It only cares whether you refuse to quit. Every honest job builds character. Every failure teaches wisdom. Every small step moves you closer to your dream. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Create it." Because the distance between a janitor and a billionaire is often just one decision, to never give up. The audience rose to their feet. Many wiped away tears. Ryan looked at his old gloves one last time. Those gloves had cleaned thousands of floors. But they had also built a dream worth $500 million. The end.